Hello, my name is Melissa Soto, and I will be providing this presentation on HTML5. I will briefly discuss what HTML is and provide a little information about its history and its creator. In addition, I will touch on the need for HTML5 and some of its new features. So, what is HTML? Well, computers use language to communicate just like people do. The way people communicate with the internet is through a language called Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML. Hypertext is the process of linking objects together so that when one object is clicked, the linked object can automatically be displayed. HTML is used to define the structure and layout of a web page, how a page looks, and includes any special functions that want to be added. This is done by using tags that all have attributes. As the viewer of a web page, you don't see the HTML code. It is hidden from your view. However, there are ways to view it. For example, in Firefox, pressing Ctrl U will actually display the HTML code for you to view. So how did it all start? Well, after Vannevar Bush first proposed the basics of hypertext in 1945, it laid the foundation for Tim Berners-Lee and others to invent things like the World Wide Web and HTML in 1990. His browser editor was developed in 1991 through 1992. This was a true browser editor for the first version of HTML and ran on a Next workstation. The first version of HTML was formally published on June 1993. A little insight on the creator of HTML, Tim Berners-Lee. He was born in 1955 in London, England. Both of his parents were mathematicians. He loved electronics from an early age and graduated from Oxford University in 1976 as a physics major. At Oxford, he built his first computer using a soldering iron, TTL gates, a M6800 processor, and an old television. He is currently the director of the World Wide Web Consortium, the group that sets technical standards for the web. I can always relate to his quote, "Anyone who has lost track of time when using a computer knows the propensity to dream, the urge to make dreams come true, and the tendency to miss lunch." So why the need for HTML5? HTML has gone through many updates since the first version was released. However, one known barrier with HTML has been with video. When video first came along, there was no immediate way to integrate it into HTML naturally. So this forced companies to create their own software to work around it, also known as plugins. Some common examples of plugins are QuickTime, Real Player, Windows Media Player, and Flash. These worked well, but because they were external plugins, they were inconvenient and they could make computers vulnerable to viruses, which was not something that was desirable. So what new features can we expect with HTML5? Well, first, HTML5 is building capabilities to deal with the video issue by including video right into the code, so that hopefully plugins will not be necessary. In addition to video, there are numerous additional features. I've listed just a few of them below, like vector graphics and animation, drag and drop capabilities, editable web page content, and the ability to store within the browser. New technologies around HTML5 are breaking the barriers in how applications, regardless of the app's DNA, can be delivered to web-ready devices. The ultimate plan is to hopefully create a standard, consistent web experience across all platforms and browsers, and HTML5 definitely seems to be progressing in the right direction. Thank you, and I hope you have found this presentation informational.